Yo, it's been a long time, guys. Anyone that was one of the first 1,000 subscribers on my channel who is thinking to yourself, God, what happened to this guy? He was uploading like 3 or 4 times a week, and then it was like once a week, and then it was like once a month, and now months have gone by. Just had a lot of stuff happen, and family and work always are gonna come first over YouTube, unfortunately. But today's Father's Day, and I've got a little bit of time to myself, and I've got a lot of work I need to do. And I thought it would be kind of fun to bring you guys along for some of this and give you some of these updates that will, I guess, correlate with future videos. All right, so here's the plan. I've got to move the GT3 RS outside so that I can bring my Raptor in, so that I can lower this rack here and pretty much put all this stuff that's in here into the truck bed. And then I'm gonna take all this stuff along with some of this other junk that's in my garage to my new warehouse. Then we'll take the truck to the new warehouse, drop that stuff off, and then grab some tools over there, and then go to the old warehouse where I need to take some cameras down, take some fans off the walls and some shelves, and do a couple little cleanup things. But anyway, I'll take you guys along for this little ride, show you guys the new warehouse as well, and show you the old warehouse. And just so you guys know, this thing's really awesome. I've had it for 3 years. I used to have a Jeep Wrangler, and the reason I bought this was because you could take this guy right here and you could strap that to the top, your hard top, if you want to, it's summertime or whatever, you want to take your hard top off. You strap that to it and then you crank it up and down, and it's a really easy and convenient way to get your hard top off your Jeep Wrangler and keep it up there for when you're not using it. So anyway, let's move the GT3RS and bring the Raptor in. So we take this pole and we stick it up here. First I'm trying to do camera and do this at the same time. It's kind of funny, but you stick it on this red thing. This is like a holder. You rip that out, and now it's like the safety's off basically on the gun. And then you stick this, it's like a hook on the end of the pole. You go like that, and then down here you use both hands and you just crank this thing and it will lower it back down. And as I mentioned, both hands, yeah, I'm turning the camera off to this. Alright, so we got the toe straps, we got this tire out of here. It's like a Pilot Super Sport from my GTR. And I don't have it anymore, so I don't need it here at my house. And I'm moving all of my car stuff from my garage to my warehouse because I have tons of space to work on a car in my new warehouse. So yeah, I just thought I'd real quickly tell you some of the junk that's over here because some of it's kind of cool. We have rods and pistons from a C5Z06. And so I also need to, what I also want to bring with me over there is I'm going to try to get these jack stands, or these quick jacks, into the truck bed here too. So there's the compressor for it and some of the rubber stand things you put on top of those. I don't know what you call these things, little rubber risers, I don't know. That's what they are though. Here's the other quick jack here. So I'm going to try to load all that stuff up in here. And I've just been taking little trips here at a time. I'm going to leave all my detailing stuff here at my house. but all the like car parts that are, and a lot of the tools that are not really necessary for my house, they'll be going over to the new warehouse. So, all right guys, I'm gonna pack these up. They're crazy heavy, so hopefully I can do it, and then we'll jump in the car and go to the new warehouse, unload. All right guys, we're at the new warehouse here. All right boys, we got the alarm off, and I'll give you a quick little tour while we're here. Just to keep in mind, we literally just moved in. It's been like 1 week, so it's a disaster zone everywhere. This is my office that I share with my friend David, employee David, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, and so there's a lot of work that still needs to be done in here, but this is my crazy computer that I built recently. There's a whole YouTube series about building this on my other YouTube channel, which is Computer Headquarters, and you can just Google Computer Headquarters YouTube if you want to see. I would just recommend checking out the summary video if you want to know more about this computer. Took a lot of work. These are some God of War blades. I forgot what they're called, but we're gonna use that for decorating upstairs. This is David's computer. It's a Threadripper build. Anyway, I won't get too into details on computer stuff. There's a front office up there. We got the warehouse out here. You know what? Before I go out to the warehouse, I will actually take you guys upstairs. So the owner of this property, I guess he was divorced at some point, and he lived here in his warehouse to save some money, I guess, for a while. And so yeah, he actually decorated upstairs. This is like a bachelor pad, an apartment, whatever you want to call it up here. And so there's a full-blown kitchen, which is pretty cool to have. We have a Justin Bieber poster here creeping on people out the window. There's like a long story behind why we have this, but if you're worried, I'm gonna let someone fix that later. If you're worried that we're Justin Bieber fans, we're not. It's just a joke. But this is gonna be gaming setup up here for all the employees when we have like weekend fun things or lunch breaks or whatever. We'll all be able to play together up here. This is the family room. The previous owner must have had carpet in here or something that got ripped out. I don't know. They told us that they ran out of flooring. I don't know if that's really the true story. I think there was carpet. And so we just need to recarpet this and probably get a new couch. But we've got a TV set up here, and we're gonna set up a projector. And then there's an actual full-blown bathroom. Like, I shouldn't say full-blown, that's not even, there's a really nice bathroom in here. Like, granite countertops, soft closed doors. They're not soft closed, my bad, but they're nice. Like, all nice hardware. Like a really fancy looking shower with like rock, I don't know what you'd call that, rock inlaid bottom, 2 shower heads, like really nice tile walls. I don't know, it's just kind of funny, you know, because we're in a warehouse right now. But this is one of the things that we really liked about the place, is that we could have like our kind of like a bachelor pad spot for all the employees here to hang out together because we're all friends, which is how I hire people, if I think that I could hang out with them. So anyway, I'm gonna grab a Red Bull. These are really good. They're really strong, but they're really good. Strong in taste, not in caffeine. Okay, I got all the lights off up here. We got this spider that's been chilling here for the whole time. I don't think we're ever gonna kill him because he's like our mascot now. All right, so let's take a look at the warehouse here. We just got these servers in that we need to take apart. This is like audit area where we test components and stuff like that, and it's a complete disaster, just like everything else, because we just moved in and nothing's set up yet. We're kind of still unpacking over here. And then we've got a lot of racking with product and more products. Motherboards are over here probably, I think mostly motherboards. Shipping areas over here and over here. Forklift. I don't remember what's in here, but lots of stuff. So this is the car zone down here. Let's go over here. So I need to move this table. I'm gonna be using this table. I need to scoot it like over to here. Here's the roof for my Z4M coupe. The new tires I need to put on the car. So I have a lot of work I'm going to be doing in here, but about those quick jacks, we'll be putting those along the ground right here, so I can jack a car up right between these two posts or whatever. And just there should be plenty of room to drive a car right through the garage and into this. It's gonna be tight, but we should be able to do it. And then we just have another aisle over here with a bunch of empty racks from unpacking. But yeah, it's been, man, I've been exhausted, guys. You know, my wife's been traveling a lot for work, and I've had the kids by myself at home a lot, and then we've been moving on top of it. Some stressful days, but it's all good. Could be worse, right? Okay, I've got my truck parked out here. I'm gonna open up the door, get all the locks and stuff off so I can open that, and then we'll get unloaded and we'll move to the next warehouse. All right, we got some tools, we got some ladders. We are ready to lock up the new warehouse and go over to the old warehouse. All right, guys, so we are now unlocking the door at the old warehouse, and it is pretty empty. We have until the end of this month to get all this stuff out of here. When I say all of this stuff, there's barely anything in here. So there's the shelf I need to take down. I have some cameras up there and up there, and some I already took down there. Maybe there might be one in here, I can't remember. Oh, I need to get those screws out of the wall up there. But the biggest amount of work that I really need to do is this is my old forklift. The forklift at my other warehouse is, I guess, part of a quick little story that I'll tell maybe in a little bit here. But this is my forklift I had for this warehouse. It's almost brand new, it's like 1 year old. It's an awesome, really nice Toyota forklift. But I have all this racking that I was hoping, I have it for sale on Craigslist for really cheap. And I need to get, like, there's a camera there, a couple cameras over here, a fan here. So just the little things I'm gonna get off the walls right now, and I'll do that. And oh, you know what? I'll tell you guys the quick little story about the forklift thing, why I have 2 forklifts now. So I don't need 2 forklifts, but the new warehouse that I just showed you a minute ago, the owner only wanted to give me 1 month of free rent. And in the industry of renting warehouses, it's pretty standard to give either 1 or 2 months. And I felt like because of some of the rough things that came with that warehouse, like the missing carpet upstairs and some other things, that I deserved to have 2 months of free rent. And he was having a hard time giving that to me. He had offered me his forklift and all of the racking, like this type of stuff, but I think you guys probably saw I had just a ton of racking over there already in place. So he offered to sell me all of the racking and his forklift for $5,000, which is an absolute steal, because the forklift alone is probably worth about 10 grand. And if I had to guess, the racking was I know that the racking was professionally installed, and like this is just 4 racks right here, and I think this was around $2,000 on the used market. And that's a really good deal, not including installation. I think they usually go new for probably 3 or 4 grand for something like this. They're just stupid expensive, right? There's only 4 here. I think I have 32 of those in the other warehouse. It probably ran him around $50,000 to get all that installed and all the parts. So $5,000 was a great deal. We were having a hard time negotiating to get the 2 months. I ended up saying, how about you just give me the forklift and the racks for free instead of the extra month, so just 1 month of free rent. And he said yes, so I own all of those racks. If I ever decide to move out of that warehouse, I get to bring them with me. And I own that forklift, and now I have 2 forklifts, and I probably really don't need this one, so I'm probably going to sell this forklift, because even though it drives a lot better and smoother than the other forklift I showed you, the other one is better for turning in small corridors, and that other warehouse that I'm in now is very tightly, it's set up specifically actually for that forklift to be doing tight turns and getting pallets down from up high. So this one kind of becomes obsolete since it can't do that same tight turn. Anyway, that's my quick story long story about racks and forklifts. All right, guys, we're all loaded up. We've got the fan and all these cameras and the tools, everything's back in. Ready to get back on the road, back to the new warehouse. And just so you guys
might have a interest in this, but I was watching DDE, Daily Driven Exotics, the other day. I'm sure a lot of you guys watch that YouTube channel as well, considering how popular they are. They're actually right around the, I'm in Vista right here at my old warehouse, Vista, San Diego area. And they're actually right around the corner here the other day. They were at, I think it was called like Predator. It's like a Hummer off-road modifications type place. I guess it's like literally right around the corner. I saw them test driving some cars and they were like right down the street from where we are right now. So just kind of interesting to see them down in my neck of the woods. I also saw them down in La Jolla the other day, which is a great area. If you guys ever come to San Diego for a vacation, definitely make your trip down to La Jolla Cove. It's right on the ocean. There's a lot of good restaurants and things of that nature. Anyway, back to the old warehouse. Sorry, the new warehouse. All right, guys, time for the Green Dragon. Let's see if she starts. This is probably my fastest car I have in the fleet. It puts the GT3 RS to shame. I would say it also puts the Raptor to shame as far as its off-road capability. Let's get a cold start up. You guys ready for this? Ooh. It's not straight piped, guys. It's that loud without a straight pipe. Can you believe it? So I'm done doing all those chores that I ran you guys around with between the warehouses. I finished all that. As I mentioned, this is the Green Dragon. It's a 2001 Toyota Camry. I have videos on my channel about this car. I wish I didn't own it right now, and I will give you as fast of a summary about this car as I can. Probably almost a year ago, I was talking to a buddy of mine who lost his job and was going through a tough time with stuff. His car was repoed. His wife divorced him, all sorts of stuff that just bad luck, right? And I wanted to help him out, so I looked for a cheap car for him. I found this guy selling this car right here for, I think, 500 bucks or something like that. And I asked him if he wanted to trade a laptop for his car. He said sure, so I traded him a laptop. As you guys may or may not know, I own a computer business, so I had a very low cost on the laptop, so this was gonna be a good deal for me. He said that he had it looked at and that the person said all it needed was a new battery and a fuel pump. There was no battery in the car at all, which I thought was a little bit weird. So anyway, I bought a new battery at Costco, bought a fuel pump, and that didn't work. Spent tons of time myself and with some of my buddies trying to diagnose the problems. Ended up taking to a repair shop. They never gave me any quotes or anything like that. I just said, hey, can you let me know how much it's going to cost to fix it or whatever. I just dropped it off with the guy. Anyway, he ended up trying to charge me, I think it was $1,300 to fix the car after he did all the work. Instead of giving me quotes, he just did the work and then gave me the bill afterwards. I told him that's BS. We got in an argument over it. I told him the most I would ever pay for that much work was $500. He got really mad but took the money, and the car was still broken after that, but I didn't want to take it back to him because of the scuffle we had got into. Not the scuffle, but the argument, the disagreement. So I took it to another shop who ended up charging me another $500, but didn't finish the job either because they said it only needed one more part, and that part was only 20 bucks and a lot cheaper for me to do it myself since it was so easy rather than them do it and charge me for it. I did that part did not fix the car. I called that repair guy up again. He said, try this other part. I did that. I tried another part, did that. Blah, 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 blah. I took it to Toyota recently. They looked at the car, said that the EGR system is showing an excessive flow and a lack of flow at the same time, which they've never seen in their entire lives and doesn't make any sense. And that they would have to charge me $1,700 to put all new, brand new Toyota parts, and it would take them a long time to do it. And obviously I wouldn't want to do that because the car's not even worth close to $1,700, and I've poured all this other money, and there's other stuff I'm missing. So fast forward to today, I had almost gave up on it, but Toyota told me that I had tried swapping the ECU out, which is down there. I tried swapping that out. They told me that the unit that I tried swapping with was a manual transmission computer. So I did buy one more computer. So the one I have in here right now is the automatic transmission computer, the correct computer for this car. And what I have to do is I need to get rid of, there's a check engine light that keeps popping up And if I have the check engine light, I can't pass smog. And without passing smog, I can't get the registration all done, blah, 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 right? So I'm gonna show you guys the screen here. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna press enter on my diagnostics. This is my OBD2 port like diagnostics tool. This is some cheap thing from Amazon. And then I get all these things and it says I have 2 sensors at the bottom there, 2 ink monitors, ink 2. So I need to clear those last 2, which is just driving around. So I've already driven this a lot and I need to drive it more to try to clear the codes. And if they do go to 0, that means that I can smog the car and I can give it to my friend and I can be done with this goddamn car, which would be amazing. Well, guys, we've reached the end of the video here. I got about 1 mile away from when I said I need to go on the freeway and drive around for a while to get these codes gone through, and unfortunately the check engine light came on. The good news is I didn't spend a ton of time today driving around wasting time. It did come on pretty fast, so you know, here's my code. It's the same code I've gotten tons of times. P0401, EGR flow insufficient detected. I've replaced like basically every piece in the EGR system, and it is totally possible that one of those pieces is defective. Maybe it's not. I'm sure I could probably go and buy brand new Toyota EGR parts, or go to a junkyard and pull them off and things like that, and maybe that would fix it. I'm not really sure, but I've spent so much time and money on this car that I'd love to just get rid of it. There's one last thing I can do though before I give up on this car, and that is to take it to the bar, like a bar referee they call it, and the referee may decide to pass the car through smog even though it has this one check engine light error. So I'm probably gonna give that a try just to get this car to my buddy, and if they say no, then yeah, I'm probably gonna just go ahead and put it up for sale on Craigslist and say, you know, 4 parts or repair because of this check engine light. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great Father's Day, all you dads out there, and I'll see you in the next video.